Big claws. Okay, what did we find today, 80 boy? What's this?
It's a carrot.
Oh, well, it's a drone. So we found this in the kids section over at our local Goodwill for 13 bucks. Being the cheapo that I am, I'm always looking for a good deal on something. And we came across this camouflage drone. It has a HD camera. I think it shoots up to like 720p. But brand new. This drone I think is roughly sold from anywhere from 60 bucks to $70. But I think it's looks to be in decent shape and it has all the components. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got. After popping it open, we got to look at all the components inside. It looks like whoever had it and had purchased it originally kept it in very good condition and didn't use it much. We have the controller here, of course, and the camouflage drone itself. I'm pretty sure my dad has the same brand of this same drone, and we've actually played around with it a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it's been damaged or been in any bad wrecks with tree branches. Everything's intact. All the guards seem to be in place. They don't seem to be scratched up like they were hitting pavement. So went ahead and underneath the bottom here, just on the other side of this camera, there's a little battery compartment. I simply popped that open and went ahead and plugged in the power supply. It's a rechargeable lithium-ion battery, and after clicking it on, you can see that we have power. So all these little LEDs are lighting up here on the bottom. Now, I'm not actually a big fan of these drones with all these lights on them, because ultimately all that extra blinking, it just wastes power. Takes away power from the battery, and ultimately it'll limit your flight time. I need to avoid saying ultimately. Saying that too much. But you can see here the Rascal. What do you have there? What's that?
Look, see?
Yeah, those are propellers. Those are prop blades. So we have 1, 2, and we dropped it. 3. Let's not touch them, okay? We don't want to lose them. So it looks like we have 3 replacement blades. Got a lot of cool, looks like a lot of cool extra features on the controller. This appears to be the charging cable here. So, and of course we have our little owner's manual and some type of subscription flyer. But overall, for $12.99 plus tax, this is the steal deal of the week. 80 boy, you want to help me? Is that a screwdriver? Taking a closer look at it on the bottom side here, you can see if we slide back the camera, this little compartment pops open and we have our battery inside there. And if you look just at where my thumb is indicating, my thumbnail, there's that little port where you can actually take the cable and connect it, and that is where your power supply goes into the actual drone itself. Another nifty thing is, of course, it has this little camera, and we're going to go ahead and play with this and see what type of footage we can get out of it. But how good the footage will be is up in the air. It does appear that there is a little slot on the back side of the camera for a micro SD card. We'll go ahead and, from what it looks like here, looks like it comes with this little USB adapter so you can plug it into your laptop and pull the footage off that way. So it gives you kind of like a little micro SD card reader. But little card in there. You guys can see that. So basically this little micro SD appears to just slide right into the back side. I can't get this camera to focus to save my life. So we'll go ahead and let it charge for the evening and get it out of the box tomorrow morning and play around with it a little bit. What do you say, 80 boy? Taking a closer look at this controller, I'm going to go ahead and see. It takes some batteries here on the back side. Looks like we got 4 AA batteries right there. Boom. Got some batteries in. Go ahead and put the panel back on. And let's go ahead and turn this guy on. So it looks like it has there's a little bit of a digital screen here on the base. It gives us a percentage readout on, it looks to be the throttle. So that's kind of nifty. Never seen that before. And of course we got a little indicator on the top right of our battery level inside the controller. It even looks like we have some like AT&T service bars up here on the top left. And some little, I guess, little dial-in features. Well, let's go ahead and pull the drone off the charger and we'll see what it does. Okay guys, time to test it out. We got it charged up for a few hours and now we're going to go ahead and power the controller on and power on the drone and see what it does. So we got those blinking LEDs on the bottom. I already talked about how, I guess if you're not flying this thing at nighttime, those are kind of a waste of energy. They'll burn up the battery in no time if you're not careful. But blinking lights, toss it on the ground, turn on our controller, power button here in the middle. And to engage a connection between the drone and the controller, you have to go up, down, up again. And you'll hear that double beep. In order for you to take off the drone and actually have it elevated, you're going to push this autopilot. Controls here, we have our altitude, so we're going to be able to go up here and down. It's pretty self-explanatory. Side to side doesn't seem to do anything just yet, and I haven't had much time to play with it, but of course this is your joystick for going left, right, backward, forward. Now you can rotate the drone and spin it in it'll spin in 360-degree motions, which I think is pretty nifty. Up here on the top, there's a little button that says flip. I don't know if you guys will read that okay, but you just tap that, it starts beeping, and then within I think about 10 seconds, the drone will actually flip right over. Up here we have a photo, so you can click on that. The drone will take photos if you have an SD card in the bottom. And of course next to that we have the video, so you can tap that and I would imagine it starts recording. And then over here it has this button that says easy. I'm not really sure what that means. And then this guy which says speed. So I'm guessing that's maybe you can adjust how strong it reacts to the directions on the joystick here. So those are the basic controls that I've messed with so far. Like I was showing you guys earlier. Pretty nifty how it has this little screen here that shows you the percentages. So when you go up and down, it'll give you a percentage on where you're at. So I don't know how helpful that might be, but looks cool. Anywho, let's show some footage of this thing zipping around. Connection. Hit autopilot. So we got right, left. See if I can get it to just hover. Backward, forward. Now, supposedly it has an in-home motion or a return home function, so it'll actually return home. But seems to be quite agile. And let's see if we can get it to do a little flip. There we go. So there you guys have it. Cool little camouflage drone. Now, I guess the bad things about this is I did take it outside and it was just barely, there was a little bit of wind, and this thing does not seem to be able to hold up in the wind. It's too light. And ultimately it's better off on days where there's absolutely no wind. I think that's a given considering the price point for it. And all in all, we did only pay $12.99 for this guy up at the Goodwill. Controller's pretty cool, pretty simple plastic. It doesn't seem to be anything of great superior quality. On another note, also these landing legs, these remind me, I mean, these are extremely flimsy, and I think that they should probably include some extras whenever, instead of just the propellers, they also might want to include some extra landing legs, because these things, I don't think you can see them very well, but they are almost like straws. They're almost like those little plastic straws you'd get at a drive-thru at a fast food restaurant. So, didn't have a chance to test out the camera quality. I'm going to go ahead and probably see if I can't put some footage together at some point. But so far the flight times don't seem to last more than just a few minutes. It's probably only good for maybe a good 3 minutes of flying, and I'm not sure if that's because the battery's a little worn out or that's the original flight time for these guys. I didn't really take time to read the owner's manual, but this is just a simple look at the Striker X made by World Tech Elite. So pretty nifty little drone for the money. You know, thankfully I only paid 12 bucks for this guy, so it's definitely a good deal for the week. But hope you guys enjoyed watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, whatever it may be. Hopefully you found this this enlightening in some form or another. But anywho, hope you guys have a great rest of the week or the weekend, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.